People ask me what Lahore is like and or what is it like being black in Lahore in Pakistan. And I've been giving glimpses in this playlist, no comment news, so to speak. But I'll get into some real issues on this post so it can actually be a conversation, inshallah. Um, I'm just going to choose different items from my lifestyle, and then people can put that into whatever they want to call, their the definition, the mental definition that they want to hold of Lahore. I only drink, alhamdulillah, all thanks and praise due to Allah. I only drink fresh raw milk. We get it delivered. There are different local dairy farmers, and they will deliver at different times of day depending on who you hire, as much as you ask for. And we just test the milk. I mean, it should be so creamy that when we dip the spoon in and pull it out, it's thick and white. It's not just like white water that ran off, but there's like thick white globs that are going to drip off in chunks. That's the cream of the milk. And I do that. I use that in all cooking, coffee, tea, anything my girls do, everything we make with milk, it's that. We collect the fat and we make clarified butter or ghee, as it's known locally. And I guess you can call that organic, handmade, etc. Craft ghee, craft clarified butter. Um, that's excellent. You do not gain weight, but it does keep you warm in the winter. I mean, you'll gain weight when you need it, but you don't gain weight from that in the wrong way. I mean, because fat is not all the same. It's not just a byproduct of food that you ate to satisfy your tongue or your cravings, and that just gets stored. Some fat is that, but fats, lipids, acids are used in so many body processes and just keeping the body in balance, right? Food, let's just talk about fruit, not even vegetables. Fruit grows everywhere. And by that, I mean that if I go early enough in the morning, I can take berries from a tree 1 to 3 houses down that have just fallen, never been touched, not a bruise, rinse them off. There are juices you can make from those that cool your body from the inside at the hottest time of year. That was the first thing I drank after fasting in Ramadan, was a certain type of berry juice that's all local. There's mulberries, which are really tiny grapes on a bunch like grapes. That's what they look like, and they're super sweet. Those things grow here. You can just buy them as you're walking in the park. Someone will be selling them to you. Oranges come all winter. I mean, I can't even try to count or guess about amounts and numbers of oranges that I ate and with my daughters. And I guess I gives you the vitamin C and citrus that you need. It's like some sunshine when there's not as much sunshine. Watermelon, dates. Um, I can't even name it all. I'm not trying to. These are just glimpses. Meat is fresh, although to be honest, the typical Pakistani diet, the traditional Pakistani diet, is mostly, I would say, vegetarian, not vegan. I mean, they will use different types of oil. I would use ghee when possible, but bread, which comes from wheat, obviously, different types of bread. There are gluten-free breads here as well. Um, a lot of different types of pulses, right? Lots of different types of vegetables. Vegetables that are like cabbage, including cabbage. They might be like a wilder, more native version of cabbage, that gives you that nutrition, spice it up. Eggplant, any vegetable you can name, sweet, anything. That's how I eat. Obviously, I love to eat because I talk about it so much. So that's part of what Lahore is like. On the social side, people here are nice. I mean, they have their caste stratification. there are a lot of different religions and religious sects here. Um, but there are large Christian graveyards. There are large, very highly built churches with obvious symbols on them. There are Sikh temples next to Mughal masjids or mosques, you know, pilgrimage sites. Racially, on the black tip, there are there are African diasporans here. I don't know where each person that I've seen or met has been from. It's not as common in Lahore as Karachi, but they could be recent arrivals. There are people here who have been here who knows how long, who knows how many thousands of years even, that are African. Um, More so in Karachi, like I said. I don't know the full story on that. Obviously, there's a lot of back and forth. I mean, when you look at uh, Karachi and Muscat, it almost looks like you could swim. So there's an Arab link, and then getting across, further to Africa, the kind of mainland of Africa itself, as opposed to Northeast Africa like Oman, then yeah, yes, there would definitely have been historical connections, ties, trade, travel, migration, exploration, colonization. And then more recently, there's a little bit of everybody everywhere these days. So, treatment wise, are they racist? Everybody's racist everywhere. Um, it's not going to be a problem for you more than it is anywhere else. It will be less because you don't face racist violence. And, discrimination, um, last hired, first fired, microaggressions are frustrating. But when you talk about police violence, state violence, vigilante violence, based on your skin color and background, then you're talking about something where that's life ending, right? So the threat to your life as a black person is not here. And the rest of it is whatever you want to take it. I mean, people here are real friendly, real open minded. They will look at you. But every ignorance and every slight isn't based on race. It may be something that racist people also do for racist reasons, but it could be the same action for different reasons. So some people have bad manners and they're a different background than you. It's not because of your background or theirs. They just have bad manners. Someone may, I mean, you have bad manners too, right? So race, I'm saying, is like it always exists. I suppose that groups that come in larger numbers are more likely to experience a racial backlash because they're upsetting a balance, supposedly. I mean, they're changing an order at the very least, regardless of how neutral they try to make their presence. The number of African diasporans total is not something that people could take notice of. So you'll see Africans like yourself in surprising places, but you won't notice a number. You won't notice a large number. Um, you won't see them buying land. So those are the kind of things that spark real racism, racist violence. At this point, I would say people are curious enough to take you at what you present to them, and those who have preconceived notions don't express them in the same institutions and climate that they would in the United States. So again, it's a different effect. It's also a different, strategy and balance from your side as well.